Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
Okay.
I can certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid's scales, the ones she made for her workshop.
Oh?
I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished.
Oh?
My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared. Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
These kids!
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you.
You're welcome,
I don't
Shirley.
like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly.
Oh.
They were in the atrium when I last saw them. As always.
What do you reckon we should do? I say we should just tell Miss Shirley.
Oh, they
Get us
broke
all straight.
it.
I'm telling you, I can fix them.
Oh, that's why they broke it on accident. That's why it went missing.
Sid!
Hard at your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
It's broken.
Not anymore, it's not. Oh,
And just how long hasn't
Thank you for
it
the
been
follow,
one?
C. I appreciate you.
sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Mididol showed us.
Miss Mididol? And why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Miss
Ninja
Mididol
near.
said, the best way I see how something works is to take it apart and put it back together again.
Okay, I mean.
Well then, your work is already half done. Carry on.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
What's up, gang?
You
Welcome
three
in.
need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we?
Oh, we're inspecting the scales?
All right. Everything here was once part of Miss Mididol's scales. Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces, the body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others?
Look at Clive being a teacher.
This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing.
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about it. Now, what do arms do?
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track.
Aww. I love this. Okay, the pans.
These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing
Bangers?
stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh Goots? I don't think he'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn. This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Mididol's dungeon is full of them.
I like how she
Most
calls
on
it
the floor.
dungeon.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
Not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
Damn.
We know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult. So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do, what do you think?
I think we've got it.
Then
Do
here's
you?
what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Oh, Clive! Clive is a
Well,
sweetheart.
obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. There. All finished.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
Aww.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's right. We're Miss Mididol's hairs.
Her hairs.
Cute.
Yeah, hairs for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so we can help out the hideaway when we're older.
What do you think, Sid? Are we almost ready?
With a little more help from Miss Mididol and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't be long at all.
You hear that?
Cute.
Won't be long.
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
Aww.
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
Wait, what? Wait,
Didn't happen to forget anything, did you, Sid?
why you gotta talk to me like that?
Well, did you solve the mystery?
Yep.
It was as you thought. The children had the scales, or the parts of them at least. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully, she won't. This might even have been her idea. Although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I know how busy you are. I
Sid
shall
for
see
the
that the
win.
children are properly punished.
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She's even calling them her heirs. She'd have them follow in her footsteps. And her father's.
Aww.
I see.
Christ.
Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much time at the hideaway of late?
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva. Is that not true?
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new war engines.
Oh.
To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. One she was none too keen to swallow. But that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope. The very last thing war can be said to do.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life. And so should I.
Aww, this
What's the
is
odd
so
engineering
sweet.
lesson?
Ah, you've given them far more than that. And I'm sure they're very grateful.
That was cute.
Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
Oh?
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
You're looking for?
I'm all the cook will be needing. Thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword.
Okay.
You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing and that awful stench, people wolf it down. So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but, well...
Need
It
something?
wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
All right, Molly. I'm very sorry, but the way she said she will discipline them, bingo. Bingo. Chill. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. It sounds like you want to be disciplined by her. By Shirley. Side quests are enjoyable in 16. In some games, they can be tedious. Yeah, they can be very tedious, yes. And I'm a fan of even the tedious ones. So the fact that these are very enjoyable makes that a extra plus. Oh, that purple thing was good? Dang, I know, right?
I've never been one to play favorites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit?
Skyworm?
Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Yvonne said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Well, that's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Perhaps you know of one?
All right, Molly.
Kindly
Chill.
old fella who haunts the shelves, maybe?
Fine. I'll go and speak to Harpocrates.
We'll talk to Tomes.
Perhaps he'll know something. And if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredients for you.
You do that. Lest we forget, you've got a reputation to uphold.
Nice.
Lawsman Harpocrates, I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Yvonne.
Valisthea, A Culinary Pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
So the fabled Sandbrequois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never fail to make my mouth water. Now,
Tomes.
skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern. Their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers. How very Sambrequois.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not.
Apparently
I
not.
believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast.
Okay, so we go to
I
North
gather
Reach.
that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach, then.
Nice.
Best of luck, Clive. And do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
Tomes is great.
What am I gonna do?
Goots, are you okay? Ask about the skies.
I reckon these skies are enough to give anyone the collywobbles, but I'm not gonna sit around hanging my head and twiddling my thumbs. Did enough of that back in Twinside while you were busy fighting that horrible dragon, and then that even horribler one.
But no more.
From now on, I'm gonna do what you lot do and properly pull my finger out, no matter how much my knees are knocking. Can't have Nan and Blackthorn thinking I'm a great big wet blanket now, can I? So don't you worry about me. You just stick to what you do best, saving the world.
Okay, an eye for an eye.
Is everything all right, Goots? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble, and she's...
Oh, no. Wait, Nan's in trouble? Tabor, an ancient settlement in central southern Dalmatia that seems to cling to the very cliffs which dominate the landscape of the region. Its proximity to the free cities of Canver gives Tabor a ready market for the high-quality leather its tanners produce, as well as the salt and minerals mined from beneath it. The town's long history of isolation, however, has clouded the hearts of its residents, and to this day many remain unwelcoming to outsiders.
It's all right. You can tell me.
There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like... Said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dallymill Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it
Done
myself,
out.
but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
She might.
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Yeah, we'll speak to Karen.
Thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding. Lady Charon, how's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade then?
Clive.
Both in and out of the hideaway?
Clive, please.
Can't complain. Wait. What exactly are you getting at? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care. But here you are today, raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto.
Just asking.
Clive, please.
Out of interest.
Clive, please, don't
All right.
pretend.
I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating about you selling weapons to brigands.
Are you? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dalimil has been spreading word to that effect.
Oh.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocents, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more.
Ooh, we getting backstory.
And you know that. If you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
You're right, Lady Charon. I apologize. It was
Damn.
wrong of me to doubt you.
No, it was. Now, I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. Good day.
Damn. Oof. Oof.
I spoke with Lady Charon
What did she say?
that the rumors were unfounded, and that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth, along with some other things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past, she says those days are behind her.
Okay, we have to go
well,
to
that's
Dalimil
good.
and check.
I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them? It's not right.
We gotta find out.
No, it's not. But people do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
Well, I'm going to find out.
Aw, good.
That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalimil. So that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll tell me, you'll see.
Oh gosh, Goots,
you
don't
sure
get
that's
yourself into trouble.
Whoever's spreading these rumors means Charon ill.
Oh, right. But that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
Goots!
I suppose it is.
Oh, I love Goots. A humble request. Master Clive, I apologize for this sudden and untoward gesture. Circumstances have forced me to seek immediate aid, and there is none other to whom I may turn. Your most esteemed lord, uncle, has presented me with a task most vexing, and I fear I am wholly unable to perform to his vaulted expectations, namely due to a marked lack of martial aptitude on my part, to which I am but a manservant, not a mercenary. While I maintain the fitness ample to attend to the needs of a manor, to the attending of bandits of back alleys, I'm sorely ill-equipped. If it please you, my lord, prithee come and see me at Martha's Rest, where I shall proceed to explain my predicament in full. Sebastian Rutherford, Seneschal to Lord Byron Rossfield. Yes. Rutherford.
Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant? Why would he be at Martha's Rest?
Oh.
My lord, the Cursebreakers have allowed me to spar with them here in the pit.
What he lacks in skill, he more than makes up for in spirit.
Oh, Oscar! Okay, I have to go to the Crozjit Echoes. Oh, a wind. Oh, I didn't read it. Oh, we got new Primogenesis. Not Primo. Primogenesis. A spell cast by Ultima that cast a roiling pall over all of Valisthea. The imbalance in the aether that resulted not only sapped the potency of crystals and magic in those lands that remained livable, but filled the rest not only with his glowing thralls, but with aether floods turning men and beasts into mindless, merciless Akashic. Central Dalmekia. Aww. Aww. I love that. Oh, Torgal standing by Oh my gosh, Joshua! We get Cloak and Dagger.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
Come on! Yo, Clive.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Clive.
Yote is a fine scout. If Canville was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Clive, please. It's been a while. I'm very happy as well. Oh, okay, this is the place where I was trying to go before. Got it, okay.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it. The Echoes have a will of their own.
I forgot that Joshua's with me. Wait, Joshua's with me. Can I side quest now? I can side quest now. Okay, we're gonna take Joshua. We're gonna go and take Joshua with us, shall we? But yeah, on my new...
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago, and now you'd have us believe they're just gone.
I would. And I'd thank you to trust us. Unless you fancy picking up a sword yourself.
Oof. Oh, I forgot to check and see what they had to say.
I heard the dame got an icon to rid the meadows of those ghosts.
Oh, God, now. She surely cannot count a dominant amongst her clients. Can she?
Of course she can. That's me.
I heard it was the Dreadworm himself that brought the fire down on the Dominion.
And the rumours are true. Prince Theon's usurped the Holy Throne.
But it was an accident. Oh, that sucks, Kinslayer.
The dame certainly has a way with the men of the garrison. If only all our problems could be solved so easily.
Soldiers too craven to fight. Stark naught, the lot of them. Weren't till a woman dealt them a swift knee to the stones that they came to their senses.
They'd have us believe these ghosts have been exorcised.
I got peppers to numb your tongue and put fire in your belly. Would you, care for a taste, eh?
Nothing like a little unrest to fill the coffers, eh?
Wow.
Let the dame hear you say that.
Yep. And the dame will punch in the gut.
My apologies for the lack of stock. The Vale purchased most of it earlier to brew tonics for the injured they'd taken in.
Why, your stall is as ripe as a midden heap.
It's my damn bearer. It's gone and lost a touch.
I hate the fishmonger. Things looking better here?
You needn't fret. The creatures have been dealt with.
Yeah, but what if they come back? Is there anything we can do to help?
Aw. I'm glad some of them are, like, here to help.
Is there something on your mind?
Ask about the garrison. Felipe's timely promotion has done wonders for the garrison's morale.
A welcome turn of events.
As a happy soldier, as a happy soldier is a generous one.
But
even as our boys flourish under new leadership, others flounder for the lack of it. The Floods have finally claimed the old capital, along with the generals who maintained command over the northern legions.
And while Philippe is a good man,
he's no career officer, for better or for worse. It is all he can do to marshal the garrison and try to steer their thoughts away from the chaos unfolding beyond the gates.
there are so many questions.
And I do not pretend to have the answers. I do, however, have the means to provide the poor boys a pleasant distraction, and for now, that will have to suffice. Ask about Oriflamme and more. And though there were rumors of a flood forming in the capital even before the fall of Drake's Head, The loss of Orphalum and more to the Aether still came as a shock.
Thousands remained in the capital.
Unwilling to forsake their homes, and now we've taken in as many of the displaced as we can, reclaiming abandoned houses and workshops to give them a place to stay. And for every dozen we take in, countless more have no choice but to seek a new life further afield.
We will not be discouraged, though.
Whatever hardships we face, our home is still above the Aether.
You will come and see us again soon, won't you?
Pockety said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot.
Oh, I was wondering why these flowers looked particularly flowery.
Now that is heady. This must be the Drake's Mint. That just leaves the Skyworm.
Okay, let's see if I need to fight anything. What am I fighting? Oh, is it this? Is this the one I'm supposed to fight? Hello, darkness, my old friend. Oh, it's the blueback.
This must be our wyvern. All right. Let's get this over with.
Ow.
Wake up!
There we go. Okay, lightning rod, and then ignition, then gouge, and then flames of rebirth. And then heat wave, and then judgment bolt. Raptor liver. Some naturalists believe that it is the blueback wyvern's proclivity to feed on carrion that results in their livers becoming so engorged, and that the saint's bonnet with which they follow their meals serve to ameliorate this effect. Ameliorate? To alleviate? Others claim that it is the blooms themselves which cause the damage, the wyverns being so taken with the flower's taste that they cannot resist.
I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
Wonderful creatures, chocobos are. They're fast, strong, loyal, and best of all, they won't balk if you point them into the belly of a flood. Thick skins, these birds have. Thicker than most, at least. Now, leave them in a flood too long and they'll turn, sure as eggs is eggs. But a quick dip in and out, and they're right as rain. Which is a boon to a trader like me. Reckon there's enough Akashic on the roads to worry about without this old girl turning.
Look, Daddy. It's shining so brightly. Isn't it pretty?
Yeah. Pretty blooming sinister.
Did you hear that Martha's been turning travellers away? Her beds are full of bearers. I was starting to warm to him. The way they help around the village and don't cause no trouble. But depriving Martha of paying customers. They're putting her on the road to ruin.
I'm gonna kick these girls. I swear, Clive kicked them.
Scouts have reported seeing more Akashic on Rhiannon's ride.
The road to Eastpool. We'll bolster the guard at the North Gate then.
The people of the rest may seem to be in high spirits, but give them a little wine, a little company, and the tears soon begin to flow.
Aww.
Don't keep your woes to yourself, soldier. Open those floodgates. You'll feel the better for it, believe you me.
That is really good advice.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
Oh, 1,000 Akashic jaws couldn't hurt me. I'm a son of Rosaria, after all. A born survivor.
Aww.
The world seems to be changing so fast lately I can hardly keep up. But what I do know is that there's more bad news than good. You can tell that just by looking at people's faces.
Oh, Wade! Oh no, you're not Wade. I thought you were Wade.
expect you heard what happened to the noble quarter. The ether just started pouring from the walls. We were lucky it didn't catch us in our bunks, or we'd have all turned.
Damn.
Where next for the Guardians, then? We were driven from Rosalith, then from the Lazarus. Probably be the rest next.
Damn.
I've got greens of all shapes and sizes. Colours, too. Mostly green, though.
Mostly green, though.
Martha's bearers have been helping us keep the streets tidy. With all the traffic coming through here lately, we're glad of the help.
Just because the heavens have gone to rack and ruin, it don't mean we have to. Now, let's get this stall set out.
I'm all for making this town a welcoming place, but... hospitality has its limits.
Uh-oh.
If you're wondering how this place got so busy, blame the ether. Guardians, bearers, folks from all over have come, seeking refuge from the floods, and the poor devils that drowned in them.
Damn.
For us who've lived here since back in Elwyn's day, it takes some getting used to. And sooner or later it's gonna take some sorting out.
Have you heard the latest from Twinside? That the Empress is no more?
Yay!
Never trust an owl bearing good news, I say. But if it is true, we might finally have a chance to get our country back.
Aww.
Sorry, but if you're looking for a bed, there's none to be had right now. We're already sharing our cots with masterless bearers and those who fled the floods, and more seem to wash up at our door every day.
My lord Marquis.
Oh, there he
is.
is.
That you?
Rutherford.
It is you. Then you received my letter. I am Sebastian Rutherford, chief steward of your lord uncle's estate.
Of course. We met once before.
Yes, my lord. Thank you for coming.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean to offend. I merely...
It's all right. Continue.
Aww.
I am here at Martha's Rest, at the behest of your lord.
Wait, what happened to Uncle Byron?
Tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's current state of affairs.
Ah.
And what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left Storm in a state of utter disarray.
Yeah.
The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, are now commonplace. The gears of governance have ground to a halt, and without a steady hand on the tiller, the realm threatens to drift into utter chaos.
Chaos!
Your lord uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid this fate, and is determined to see it set in motion.
That sounds like quite the undertaking.
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues serving the 7 high houses. Alas, I have lost contact with 2 of those colleagues already.
Oh no!
They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times, even that may not prove sufficient to keep a man safe on the road.
Oof.
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic, the other the old Imperial capital of Oriflamme.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down. I suppose I'll start in Dalamil and work my way east.
Thank you, my lord. I shall pray for your success and safety. My associate in Dhalmekia would have had to pass through the Republic's checkpoints to gain entry to the capital. Perhaps someone in Dalamil or Tabor would have seen him.
Okay, so we have to go to Tabor anyway.
Mindless though they are, an Akashic horde large enough to besiege the free cities is not to be trifled with. We must proceed with caution.
Canva's walls will not hold the Akashic horde for long. We can only hope they hold it for long enough.
I wonder why they're like, why
the see the sun again?
horde is attacking specifically. canver like this.
So, did you have that word with Tomes then?
I
We got
did,
the
and
stuff?
he was as helpful as ever. He told me exactly where to look, in fact.
Are we getting new food? Okay. While this pungent herb, once known as Drake's Mint, has no known curative properties, it does have the ability to mask foul odors and flavors, which is why it is found in recipes involving particularly foul-smelling flesh, such as the lights and livers of wild beasts.
And what precisely will I be cooking up? Or is it better not to know?
Blueback wyvern liver. And, a herb known as Saint's Bonnet.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it weren't actual worms, I suppose. Now then, you stay right where you are. I've got some cooking to do.
All right, Molly.
Let's hope these grand old chefs of yore knew what they were on about.
What that?
And here we have it. Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honor than partaking in a slice of culinary history?
Oh my gosh, Ivan.
So, not fit for consumption then?
What witchery is this? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet
Ivan, please.
It is the
You are
piquant
so
kiss of the saint's bonnet that tames this savage
so
dish.
dramatic.
It is a tour de force. A force of nature, even. A maelstrom of flavour and sensation. A graceful beast emerging from
I like him.
centuries
I
of
like him.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right. It was decent then, I take it.
Decent? It's remarkable. And I defy any man to say a word to the contrary. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to procure a dozen blueback wyverns forthwith?
I'll give it some thought.
Nice.
How may I help you today, Clive? Is everything we've received and everything promised?
Newfound purpose. Since I can remember, I have served none but myself, turned my back on the world for a handful of silks and a heavy purse. But where has that left me? It is hard to keep joy in one's heart when all those around you are without. Something must change, and that change must start with me. A lonely porter. Wow. No risk, no reward. Orchestrion. Well, we got a new Orchestrion?
It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
My comrades and I
have been keeping a watchful eye on the dark clouds in whose shadow we find ourselves, and the vultures that trail in their wake. Though we may have weathered their last assault, I fear we may not be so lucky should the bandits choose to attack again. If they do, those of us who can fight must be ready, so that those of us who cannot, the children and the elderly, stand at least some chance of weathering the storm. Victor has been a great help. He has lent his strength and knowledge to the town guard, and has been aiding them in organizing our defenses.
and defend Dalamil we shall.
The only outlaw who'll be setting foot in this town is my good friend Sid. They are the cornerstones upon which Dalamil was rebuilt, and though the rebuilding has only just begun, they are already proving more than sturdy.
I always knew.
That Natalie and Conrad had it in them to drag us out of the muck. They had only to stop flinging it at one another and start working together. Victor, too, is doing his part. He has been training Conrad's men in the art of the blade. They will soon be the rival of any troop in the Republic.
Meanwhile,
Natalie and her league of merchants are collecting donations from the townspeople, that we might see our stores filled. Mere moons ago, suggesting that the merchants of Dalamil might ever band together for the sake of anything other than profit would have had you laughed out of town.
proof, if any more were needed.
That Dalamil is much changed, and entirely for the better. Do not fear for us, Clive. We'll be all right. Ask about Dalmacia. Drake's fang has fallen, the skies boil, the power of magic continues to wane. The lack of aether has driven countless thousands from their homes, while those in whose lands it remains plentiful fortify their borders, determined to keep its blessing for themselves. Not that all who flee are deserving of sympathy. The bandits who attacked us may have been driven by desperation, but the brutality was inexcusable. It is a question of methods. If they had come to us bearing begging bowls instead of blades, we would have gladly spared them what we could.
But something tells me...
Those brutes would rather starve than accept charity willingly offered.
Could be I know something more. What's it worth to you?
I've got 100 gil and a chocobo feather. Clive, listen! I found someone who says he's heard the rumours about Nan.
Have you?
Go on. Tell him what you told me.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Charon's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price, be they knight or knave. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and spears. And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why, the good Reaper herself.
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, it just so happens I have. You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
Here in Delamil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her storehouse on the edge of town. But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest of vipers. Feeling bold, traveler? I hope so, for your sake.
You don't know who I
now,
am.
If that's all, I have places to be.
Sorry to have kept you.
Karen, you stand by. But Karen in this game is like the
You don't
best.
think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
No.
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places at once.
Eh? What do you mean?
Lady Charon hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this store he spoke of?
Facts.
Good question. I'll go and have a look.
Goots.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but be careful, Clive.
You too, Goots.
Yeah, Goots, please be safe. I swear.
We may have driven the bandits back once, but what's left of them are still out there nursing their wounds. And their grudges. So our watch continues.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
This guy's
It
stupid.
was a fairly unconvincing tale.
This guy's
So,
stupid.
What
You don't know
now?
who I am. I'm
That's
Sid.
up to you. Die a slow death, or a quick one. Boys, he's all yours. But that sword is mine.
You don't. You realize I'm Sid, okay? Bruh. Right? Oh, Yarrow, you wish.
Leave now, and we can pretend this didn't happen.
And I have Joshua with me. Are you kidding me? You think I'm gonna? New enemies approaching. Hi. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem.
Stay down!
Stay down! Okay, you know what I'm gonna do?
Awaken wind!
You're gonna gamble all? Theo, why?
Farewell!
Oh, you've done it now.
Go
Have
on.
I?
Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head.
Do you know who
he
I
only
am?
wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Charon's skirts. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you anyway?
I'm Sid.
What were you going to do to him?
Tell him that you're
the
Sid.
Borgwyn wanted him to get to Charon. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. But then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going to end me, end me.
You're not worth the effort.
Facts.
Now be gone, before I change my mind.
Fucking coward!
I need to find Goots. Right now.
I would throw a knife at him, at his leg, so he can't walk.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty-pated lout!
Stop calling me names!
Aw,
and stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Aww.
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word is true. And she must pay for her crimes in blood.
Blood?
Goot, are you all right?
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life and the lives of countless others. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime, and I will not allow it to continue. Goots, was it?
I'm looking at what's happening in
I
chat
have
and I
no
love it.
quarrel with you. Only with your employer. Run along now. You need not pay for her sins.
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan.
Aw,
Promise me
Goots.
you won't hurt her, or I'll kill you myself.
Oh, Goots.
Goots, no.
Enough, all of you!
Aw, Charon.
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind. Though it was just Bogan back then, wasn't it? I thought the years might have taught you some sense, but I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you?
I love Charon.
Wet legs.
You bitch!
Wet legs?
Everything that happened. It was all your fault. And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
Goots, you...
If you want a piece of Nan,
Aww.
you'll have to go through me.
Fuck.
Let's go.
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet legs. You remember what you told me when we last met?
This music is ominous.
An eye for an eye. Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect.
Charon is amazing.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
She is so freaking cool.
Is he?
He's
Dead?
alive.
No. But I reckon he wishes he was. It's an easy going through life, one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
Dude.
You don't mean it.
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little revenge. So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due. But he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this.
Aww.
He didn't hurt you, did he?
Aww.
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes back again?
I love...
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough.
Oh my
But
god.
something tells me the wet legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
Oh my gosh, Charon is... These NPCs are so good.
Charon.
They're so good. Like, they didn't need to have a side quest about Charon. Like, I actually care about these characters. Like, the not main characters. I might even like them even better than the main character. Like Clive. And not to say that Clive is not well written.
Someone's got himself in trouble.
Oh.
I don't see your master here.
Call it
so you
or
can
no.
start by giving us all the coppers in your purse.
I already told you, I have nothing.
Then maybe we'll take that pretty outfit and the steel you're wearing.
Please! These men are trying to rob me!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you kindly pay the coin he owes us, we can pretend you didn't draw your blade on Republican soldiers.
Uh-huh, sure.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
Oh, you're more than welcome to. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
Oh, are you kidding me? And that's what you get when you let your heart win. Oh, it's all thanks to the Thunder Bunnies, I swear. Zora's now being... I've been being distracted from the game all night, I swear. Oh, that was a great scream.
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but these were men of the fist.
Much has changed in the Republican army since they lost their rock.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Damn.
Many times. I was sent here to observe the situation.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could defend myself against one, perhaps two, but a whole regiment.
Nah, you leave that to me.
I arrived in Dalimil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the local garrison to make inquiries, his men confiscated my effects and locked me in a cell.
Oh, damn.
The captain is no more. And his men make the rules now.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free. Only to be stopped again by those soldiers you so kindly dispatched.
What of the Fist's central command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their ranks.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind her walls. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked, answering to no one but themselves.
Then it's worse than we imagined.
I'm being
You
distracted.
should return to Rosaria. It's not safe here.
I'll find a caravan heading north. You won't mind if I borrow one of these soldiers' coin purses?
Go for it, dude. I saw nothing. I don't ignore you, Darlene.
No. To find this second associate of Rutherford's. If he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach and see if I can pick up his trail.
Oh, what happened?
What happened here?
I didn't
If
even
you're
notice
with
you.
The others. They've already relieved me of my belongings.
Oh, this
I'm
poor
not.
guy.
I'm looking for someone who was sent here by a man named Rutherford.
And then you found him. I am Alistair Rockford.
Oh, you're Rockford.
Attendant to the Lady Ariane of House Wellesley.
Of the 7 high houses of Rosaria.
Oh, they're still around.
It's been a long time since last I saw my great-aunt.
Aww.
Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. The Lady Dowager has granted me leave to assist your Uncle Stuart. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some villagers being robbed on the road here.
Bandits?
They looked more like field hands, but it didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned me was a pommel to the temple.
Which way did they go?
South, toward the gate.
All right. I'll take care of them. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach, visit the Vale, tell them I sent you.
Thank you. I shall. Founder be your shield.
Oh, speaking of which, I could do this. Hell yeah! Giga Flare is now... Oh, 8,000? No, wow. My eyes. 6,000. They look...
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Nice. There we go. Nice. And down you go. Not 60. 14 definitely has one of the best communities. Facts. If not the best. Oh, it's because we have Giga Flare. We have Giga Flare Falconizer.
Make for the town while you can. There may be more bandits nearby.
These bandits.
You don't need to tell me twice. Many thanks, traveler.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to make for the Vale.
And stand by as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
I can take care of
It's just
myself.
Clive. And I'm fine.
Aww.
Which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close to their gates.
The garrison had their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send out patrols. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer to transport the grain. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a crust of bread.
Damn.
When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it. They were probably just desperate.
It's a good thing they didn't kill you.
Listen to me. If you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attention of a healer.
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh.
I shall return to Northreach right away. But allow me to thank you first. Had you not happened along,
Don't thank me. Thank Rutherford. It was he who sent me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a Bastolus as soon as I'm able. Good day.
Good day.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. If it isn't already too late, I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece.
Wait, too late for what?
I see you're still here.
Ah,
The
Rutherford.
Rest's location affords a constant flow of traders, and with it, a constant flow of information. Speaking of which, I received word from both my associates. They have resumed their investigations, thanks to you.
I only happened to be in the right place at the right time. They both seem to think the realm's prospects rather grim.
I am afraid that grim would be putting it lightly. Storm is in crisis, and if we are to free her, we must work quickly. And we must work together.
Facts.
Such is your Lord Uncle's wish.
As it is mine.
Come together right now. Smooth like Butler. Smooth like Butler. Koji! I love that we get backstory on Charon like this.
Nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul a gut.
I'm sorry, Nan.
Oh.
I didn't mean to make things worse. I just thought I had to protect you.
Aww.
Like you've protected me.
I love the relationship. It's so
well, someone
wholesome.
had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for your well-being. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you on.
Aww.
You've always been me right eye, Goots. And I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go looking for trouble again.
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again and again, and you can't stop me.
Oh.
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play the hero if it makes you happy.
Thanks, Nan. I won't let you down.
Oh. I love these two. Oh.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself as well.
True.
Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalamil. Don't think I didn't appreciate that.
Aww.
Of course. His family.
His family!
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today will cost you the same as it did yesterday.
I love her. She's great. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have a hard time. I kind of want to do a ranking of all the characters in 16 after I finish it. Cause like all these NPCs are amazing. Continental Censor. According to Charon, a censor packed with herbs and ambergris can ward off everything from insects to the plague, protect a home from thieves and demons, and heal any number of ailments, all while bringing love and fortune. So you can read. Congratulations. Charon!
Tomorrow